So I came across this clip, which um, is very, very powerful, I would say. The first point, and I thought I'll make a live on this because I have a story that, our real life story that actually proves this is right. And the moment I saw this, I was reminded of the story of my father. But first, let's see what Ron has to say. He is this, you know, while I speak about manifestation and I believe in that, I do believe in action, and this man is all about action and how you can take action using methods you already have, not anything that you need to learn. So let's see what he has to say.
Alter your whole life direction.
See, I like this. He says it doesn't take, I have the captions on.
Okay, here they are. Number one, disgust. Powerfully.
This was a shocker. Emotions, four emotions that can change your life. The first one is disgust. And what he goes on to say is amazing.
Disgust says, I have had it. See, that could be the day. The day you can say, I've had it. And whether you've had it with something small or something major, the day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, but the day it begins.
Wow.
That's what I said when that little Girl Scout left my door when I'm 25. I give her the big lie, she leaves, I say, I don't want to live like this anymore. I've had it with lying and being broke. Powerful day. The man's finally had it with mediocrity. He's had it with...
I don't know the story he's referring to here, but what we can gather that it's his own story that he's saying, that he probably um, asked a Girl Scout to leave because he didn't have money, maybe, or that seems to be the story. And then he says one of the worst days of his life, but then he says that it disgusted him and he said he has had it. He's no more going to be broke. And then he says, what a powerful day. He says, a powerful day. I think this can happen only when you look back and you can say that it was a powerful day. At that moment, what overcomes is this huge desire to really break from, you've had it, like you're going to give it your all. And I I'll come back to that story that I have heard, and I could the moment, like I said, the moment I saw this video, I was reminded of that story, and it was a reminder that it does work. What does work? The power of disgust, the emotion of disgust can really make you achieve things.
being a loser. He's finally had it with those awful sick feelings inside, knowing his wife is at the grocery store looking at two cans of beans, one marked 37 cents, one marked 39 cents. And the guy sick inside knows his wife's going to buy the 37-cent can, and she doesn't even like the brand. Do you know why she's going to buy the 37-cent can? To save 2 cents. The guy sick inside finally says, I've had it. Being on my knees in the dust looking for pennies? We're not living like this anymore.
Wow. Wow. And so many of us could relate to this. So many of us have seen this happen when we go to the market, where people are haggling for 2 rupees, 3 rupees, um, even lesser looking. I mean, we have seen it. I think we have seen it all, where bargaining is that, wherein we are trying to uh, get a good deal, save some money, more than, thinking that it's a hefty price. We know that the person who is selling is a poor person, but we are not rich either, so we want to save. And then you see how he gives this beautiful examples of a man seeing the deplorable condition of their financial condition is deplorable, and then he sees actions of his wife and he decides that they have had it.
Moment could be the day that turns your life around. The day you can say, I've had it. He walks into his closet and rips everything in it to shreds and says, I've worn this embarrassing stuff for the last time. And not only will I never wear it again, no one else will ever wear it again. Commit an act that says, I've had it.
Wow. So comes here the Horlicks ad, and I can't seem to pause. And I guess I have to go through this ad to get the beautiful face of the man. And look at YouTube. We can't even skip now. Very soon we'll see more ads than we can see the content. So I'll have to get past this too. Oh my god. Okay.
Here's the next one.
So we'll go to the next one later on. Let's talk about that story of disgust that turned around the lives of so many people. So my father, he came to Calcutta, and please don't correct me that it's Kolkata right now. It was once Calcutta. I know the Britishers kept it, but we called it, we made it our own. What's in a name? I'll say everything's in a name. I'll also say that. So please put up with these things. Don't school me about the name. Both are correct. So when he came to Calcutta, he worked all kinds of odd jobs. Name it and he did it. He had this one job where there was this wealthy lady of a wealthy household, old lady of a wealthy household. And those days there didn't used to be those. There were no electric fans. I know he's almost medieval. No, I'm talking about just the days, 1950s. I'm talking about 1950s. Yeah, 1950s or 1960s. I'm speaking about 1960s, where electricity was not everywhere. Not it was not like every household had it. And my father, he was a fanboy. So there was this wealthy lady, and he was. There used to be this hat paka. There used to be these huge fans, and he had to fan the lady. There was a long rope. The rope was outside the room, and he had to fan it. And once he fell asleep while fanning the lady, and that's how he lost that job. By the way, he was at class 10 pass out that time, but he just didn't have any job. जॉब की तंगी तब बहुत ज़्यादा थी. अब तो है, but there are still so many kinds of jobs. You can be a delivery person, you can work in a BPO. I'm talking about all the jobs that we can have now. You can make videos. If you can be a creator, YouTuber. There are so many different kinds of work you can do. The government is giving ration and all of that. I would say times have changed a lot. So, right, so that was about one job he lost. And then my father had this, he loved watching the cinema. And one day, this is a day of how disgust changed him. So one day he went to the movies, and he was buying the ticket from the counter, and he gave money, and the man was supposed to return the change, which was a very nominal change. छुट्टा बहुत ही वो कम अमाउंट का था. But he was waiting for 1 paisa or 2 paisa. He was waiting for the chutta. And the man at the counter was very busy. So he was like, so he gave the ticket, but he didn't give the chutta, he didn't give the change. And he said, so my dad was waiting, and there was a long line. And then after 2 3 seconds, he said, where do these beggars come from? You want your 1 paisa, 2 paisa change? Anna, some Anna, I think it was pesa, pesa, Anna, like, do Anna, ek Anna. So he was like, you want your, you want your change? Where do these beggars come from? And he threw the pennies, he threw the coins towards my father from his counter desk. And my father felt that disgust. My dad was disgusted at the way he was broke. That day he said, I have had enough. I want to be that rich that मैं छुट्टा छोड़ के आ सकूं. That I can give, that I can say keep the change. He was so disgusted. He didn't see the movie. Oh no, he did see the movie, sorry. He did see the movie, but all the while this was going on in his head. All the while, my dad was a very, very level headed person. All the while it was going on in his head, and he eventually made it. He made it from being dirt poor to being somebody, giving his children, his 3 children, uh, good education. And now we are at a much better place than um, where my father was. So that was a day that, the disgust really changed his life. He thought he would turn around. And this is what this man exactly says. These are gem of videos. And the way he says, he's not giving any woo woo. He's just saying that, you know the day you're so disgusted that you're broke, you're so disgusted that you're in a bad relationship, you're so disgusted that you don't have this or that, or you are not being able to stand up for yourself. That day that you decide is one of your most powerful days, and that is a turning point. So yeah, I think incredibly powerful video. Please go and watch it if you can. How to fix your entire life in one day. And yeah, so that's it mostly. Thank you so very much. I I think you know we can all make the world a better place by sharing what we like and what can bring about change. For those struggling with procrastination, uh, with being stuck, I think this is an incredibly powerful video. Thank you so much.